What's your most rewatched horror movie every Halloween season? I think you know what it is. Happy Halloween, folks. Final Cut family, and welcome back to the Final Cut, your daily post in horror. I'm your host, Travis, and today's episode is crawling with horror nostalgia, box office resurrection, and a moment of clarity about the monster that's always been right in front of us. Let's get into it. First up, spooky season may be full of new drops and fresh slashes, but when it comes to what people actually watch, old favorites still dominate. According to Nielsen's special Halloween report tracking horror viewership across both streaming and linear platforms, Megan 2.0 leads this year's early October stats with 115 million minutes watched on Peacock, which is crazy when you saw their earnings report for today. Right behind it, Scream, the OG 1996 classic, with 113 million streaming minutes, holding strong across Showtime, Paramount Network, and every streamer imaginable. Other 2025 newcomers like Bring Her Back, 28 Years Later, and Sinners also made the top 10, but it was Whatever Happened to Baby Jane from 1962 and Tremors from 1990 that proved horror heads still love their vintage creeps. Between 2021 and 2024, repeat favorites included 13 Ghosts, House of Wax, the Haunted Mansion remake, or we just saying AMC's lineup, and of course, the 1978 and 2018 Halloween films, which I am currently watching Halloween 2, 1981. But here's the deeper trend. Nielsen says horror is the genre that bridges racial and age group gaps better than any other during October. From I Am Legend and Night Teeth to Don't Move and Curse of Bridge Hollow, horror becomes the glue that unifies audiences. So what about you? Are you team classics or current slashers? And my question for the rest of you guys is, which horror film do you return to every year without fail? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Our second story today hits different and definitely a lot more personal. OK Player just dropped a powerful retrospective tracing how Black horror creators have always known who the real monster is. Filmmaker Damon Koch Daniels channeled the rage of 2020 into Karen, a BET original about a white woman weaponizing privilege against her new black neighbors. It's a suburban nightmare where racism is the supernatural threat. No vampires, no ghosts, just systematic violence wrapped in familiar skin. But Karen is part of a much bigger tradition. From Blacula and Abby in the 70s to Candyman and Tales from the Hood in the 90s, and most recently, The Blackening, They Clone Tyrone, and Sinners, Black horror uses genre to dissect real-world trauma. Robin R. Means Coleman, author of Horror Noir, calls it our social syllabus. These films aren't just spooky, they expose how Black folks navigate systems built to harm. And Sinners, the 2025 vampire tale set in 1930s Mississippi, might be the most nuanced yet. Directed by Ryan Coogler, it centers Black joy, music, and community before unleashing its monsters, reminding us horror doesn't need constant suffering to be profound. My question for you guys is, what's one Black horror film you think everyone should watch? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. And finally, just when you thought the Conjuring franchise was finished, it's back from the grave, man. After The Conjuring Last Rites shattered box office records with $487 million globally, Warner Brothers is officially developing a prequel film, which I thought this one was going to be in the first place. Short film director Rodriguez Hart is in talks to helm the next chapter, which will go back to the early years of Ed and Lorraine Warren. It's unclear if Vera Farmiga or Patrick Wilson will return, but expect a new cast, fresh hauntings, and maybe even some Annabelle DNA in the mix. Huart made waves at South by Southwest last year with Transylvania and is also set to remake the 1976 Spanish shocker Who Can Kill a Child for Paramount. Meanwhile, an HBO series based on the Conjuring universe is also in the works, continuing a legacy that now 9 films strong and over $2.7 billion deep. You got to add in Annabelle and The Nun. Don't forget about those films, you guys. My question to you guys, though, is would you rather see The Conjuring explore new ghosts or go deeper into the Warrens' early years? Personal opinion, I would love to see them tackle some more ghost stories, but maybe not necessarily use the Warrens. Maybe go find some other well-known ghost hunters out there and do some of their stories, because there are some out there. Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Today's take: it's Halloween, and in a world where horror films unite age groups, race lines, and generations, the scariest stories are the ones that remind us who we are and what we fear and what we've yet to confront. Whether it's slasher nostalgia, systematic horror, or prequel lore, there's room for it all. So, what's your Halloween rewatch this year for that Spotify poll? Scream, the original one. Halloween, the original one. Megan 2.0. Or something completely different. Vote now on Spotify and let us know. And as always, if you got a breaking horror news story, festival scoop, DM us at HMUNCUT and you might get featured on an upcoming episode. That's a wrap for today's episode of The Final Cut, your daily post in horror for Halloween 2025. Look, stay safe tonight, and if you have parties you're going to tomorrow, stay safe. Enjoy your rewatches. You guys know the drill. Give me some candy. Follow us. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell. Hit all that stuff. Subscribe button. I can't even talk right now because I'm all messed up on candy. You know the drill. We'll see you guys on Monday with more scoops, more specials, more news. Until then, make sure you're on the website. Big shout out to the ZombieCon Volume 1 family for sending us the movie. They're one of the people who sent us something, and we are talking about it on the show. And the review is up right now, so go and check out that review. It's a 100% independently made feature, and I want you guys to go see it and support it. But until then, we'll see you guys on Monday with more news. You know the drill. Keep the lights on.